these two have to, I mean, I really think they grow in each other. They have to prove each other's, they see each other's charm throughout. I mean, it's not just like this instant, it's not just surface. They really, you earn each other's love and compassion and trust and humor, and it's not just...
I like that it's not one superhero. It's not just the guy rescuing the girl or the girl, being the superhero and that's her moment. It's actually a team, and it's a lot more modern, I mean, it's like...
Also, Mara's very complex.
Very deep.
Very deep and very complex. I'm very surface. So confusing.
Layered.
There's going to be a lot of ocean puns.
Fans around the world have been losing their minds after DC's new head announced that Amber Heard would not be replaced in the upcoming Aquaman movie. But what was the real reason for this decision, and how have fans responded to it? We all know Johnny's reputation took a massive hit after Amber published her infamous op-ed hinting that Johnny had committed DV against her. Then matters took a turn for the worse when Johnny Depp was fired from the third installment of the Harry Potter spin-off, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Johnny had initially played the part of the devious wizard Gellert Grindelwald in the first two movies, and every indication showed that he would be reprising the role in the third movie. However, after Amber's op-ed was published, it was announced that Johnny would be replaced by Mads Mikkelsen. Although he technically resigned, it is no secret that it was at the express request of Warner Brothers. Johnny's removal from the Fantastic Beasts movies had fans in an uproar, with many upset. One fan said, "I'm very disappointed that Warner Bros. Decided to fire Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts." Johnny's termination from the Fantastic Beasts movie got the attention of its writer and creator, Johnny's longtime friend J.K. Rowling, and she came out to defend Johnny and her stance on the matter, insisting that Johnny would continue his role in the movie, writing on her official website that when Johnny Depp was cast as Grindelwald, "I thought he'd be wonderful in the role." However, around the time of filming his cameo in the first movie, stories had appeared in the press that deeply concerned me and everyone most closely involved in the franchise. Based on our understanding of the circumstances, the filmmakers and I are not only comfortable sticking with our original casting, but genuinely happy to have Johnny playing a major character in the movies. I accept that there will be those who are not satisfied with our choice of actor in the title role. However, conscience isn't governable by committee. Within the fictional world and outside it, we all have to do what we believe to be the right thing. And although many celebrities would later take sides during the Johnny and Amber court case, J.K. preferred to focus her thoughts and energy on the Fantastic Beasts movies, and we love her for that. Unfortunately, Johnny still decided to resign from the role and was replaced by Mads Mikkelsen. This was not the only role he had lost due to the allegations, as he was also removed from one of his greatest works, Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny had played the part of everyone's favorite pirate, Jack Sparrow, for the better part of 15 years, but sadly was removed from the role when his controversy with Amber Heard started gaining more momentum. Moviob reported that Johnny felt betrayed by Disney and wanted to give Jack Sparrow a proper goodbye.
I think long before I made the statement, there was a very deep and distinct sense of having been betrayed by the people that I had been working with, the people that I had worked hard for, the people that I had delivered a character to that they initially despised, but somehow, even I stuck to my guns with the character and it seemed to work. So.
And when Johnny was asked about his feelings concerning this issue, he said,
well, it was the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. It was a character that Captain Jack Sparrow was a character that I had built from the ground up, and was something that I of course put a lot of as you do with all characters, but you put a lot of yourself into the character. So, and also having worked on these films with these people and having added much of myself, much of my own rewriting of the dialogue and scenes and the jokes and whatever they are, I didn't quite understand how that after that long relationship and quite a successful relationship, certainly for Disney, that suddenly I was guilty until proven innocent.
Sadly, Johnny also stated that he would never return to play the role if given a chance, even if Disney came to him with $300 million and 1 million alpacas. Johnny was so upset at the time that he sent his assistant a rather unsavory text message, which read, "Honestly, I will not again be doing anything that involves this discussion of furthering my embarrassment of having slaved for all these years on characters that I so ignorantly started to think of as my legacy. Every single fight, every single time, I held my ugliness and rage deeper down and got myself in check when there was still room in my head to do such a thing." He further went on to talk about the pride he took in creating the Jack Sparrow character, noting that it deviated significantly from the character in the original script. "I incorporated my notes into the character and brought that character to life, much to the chagrin of Disney initially. I believed in the character wholeheartedly, and initially, the Disney folks were somewhat upset." Johnny would later win the defamation case against Amber Heard on June 1, 2022. And since Amber was proven guilty, many fans expected that Amber would have gotten replaced by Warner Bros. As well, because they were quick to replace Johnny even when nothing had been proven. And even though there were several petitions and rumors that Amber had been replaced or her parts from the second Aquaman movie had been cut, it looks that might not be the case at all. Regardless of the increasing pressure from Johnny's supporters, the producers have decided to keep Amber in the movie, and not only that, it looks like Amber's screen time has also been doubled after the verdict. The New York Post reported that Peter Safran, the head executive at DC Studios, during an interview with Deadline's National Hero podcast, said, "I don't think that we're ever going to react to, honestly, pure fan pressure. You've got to do what you feel is best for the movie. We felt that if it's James Wan and Jason Momoa, it should be Amber Heard. That's really what it was." Peter had gone ahead to say that the social media campaign to get her off the role had no influence on the decision they made to keep her. "Listen, one is not unaware of what is going on in the Twitterverse, but that doesn't mean you have to react to it or take it as gospel or accede to their wishes. You have to do what you feel is right for the film, and that's really where we landed on it." The studio has decided to stick with Amber despite a Change.org petition to kick Amber off the franchise that started in November 2020. As of today, the online appeal has garnered over 4.6 million signatures and is still growing strong. The petition was first created in 2020 by Gina Larson, who urged Warner Bros. And DC Entertainment to relieve Amber of her role in the Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom sequel, as she was found guilty of mistreating Johnny. In the online petition, she wrote, "Warner Bros. Must not ignore the suffering of Heard's victims, and that action must be taken to prevent a known user from being celebrated within the entertainment industry." She further went on to urge them to do the right thing and remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2. You would think that those in charge would take note and do something concerning the petition, especially since they were the ones that removed Johnny from the lead villain role in the third installment of the Fantastic Beasts franchise. However, the producers remain unshaken by the petition, which also states how Amber had systematically crusaded to ruin Depp in Hollywood, and how she deserved to receive the same treatment as Johnny. Amber herself had also addressed the protest in a statement to Entertainment Weekly, saying that paid rumors and paid campaigns on social media don't dictate casting decisions because they have no basis in reality. For someone whose aim is to produce content that the public would enjoy and, consequently, earn them tons of dollars, Peter Safran really didn't seem bothered by what the fans had to say. The announcement of Amber's retainment in the Aquaman movie created a terrible ruckus on social media as fans voiced their concerns, as fans began to wonder if they only acknowledged TV when it was a man against a woman and not a woman against a man. One fan said, "Johnny Depp got fired from Fantastic Beasts and Pirates of the Caribbean for alleged TDD. There is audio and video of Amber Heard smirking and admitting to using Johnny Depp, and she's still in Aquaman 2. Absolutely wild." Another said, "You have to do what's right for the film, and yet WB fired Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts, but not this one." Most fans expressed pure anger and distaste for the studio's choice. Someone tweeted, "WB is filled with mentally retarded bums. They fired Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts because of unproven allegations, but increased Amber Heard's screen time despite multiple audio records that proved she's an abusive liar." So what do you think? Do you think the producer simply doing what is best for the movie? And do you think Amber's presence will affect the film? Let us know in the comments below. And if you thought this video was interesting, then check out this next one.